Hello and welcome to the Align Your Divine Sunday Lives. We are live streaming today on Metaphysical Ash, which is my spiritual mentor and resource channel. I am Metaphysical Ash, Ashley Pfeiffer, and I am your spiritual mentor and resource center. And today we had a private reading party planned, which we will be doing some collective readings. But we also wanted to discuss the impact of the 777 portal and what that means for humanity and what that means for each of us on an individual basis. I have with me Mystic Ivy. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Mystic Ivy 333. I am a tarot card advisor, a consultant and advisor, a registered nurse for almost 20 years, and a spiritual advisor. Yeah, and I'm happy to be here tonight with all of you and see what kind of guidance we can come up with for everyone.
Mystic Ivy and I host Align Your Divine Women's Group, which is a collection of women all focused on becoming their greatest and highest version. And we offer workshops, webinars, meditations, and rituals all throughout the week. Every Sunday, we host something that is free, and we welcome you to join us on Align Your Divine Women's Group. Today is Sunday, and we have a collective reading. Before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit about the portal that we had this week, which was the alignment of Sirius with us, our sun. How is everyone feeling? I myself on Wednesday was getting a ton of galactic downloads. So it was coming in frequency and symbolism and in connection with other ETs. This background that I'm using is similar to the colors that I was seeing. And for the first time in my journey of awakening and connecting with cosmic intelligence, these, I call them angles, I received light codes. And the light codes, the number sequence that I received was 117311. To me, it doesn't have a significance until I break it down, and
wow,
it'll come later. And I was actually watching someone who I've watched for years, Marina Jacoby, and she was working with a similar code with the 1173. Hers had a lot more zeros. I'm new to these number sequences, although I do understand the significance of repetitive numbers. It's not just angel numbers. This is alignment of your universe. So I'm not going to go too much into this because this is for the Align Your Divine group of women, and we like to keep it light, but you as center of universe, creating synchronicity around you. So those are angle numbers based on where you're positioning yourself within space and time. When we work with these codes, we're activating that quote unquote dormant DNA. So it's you connecting with you. Same thing with those synchronicities. It's you waking you up as your universe. And I just wanted to share that what I received this week in terms of information from these higher angles of intelligence has to do with recalibration of our individual morphogenetic fields, how we create and structure our reality. Lots of rest. You might feel uncomfortable. You might be manifesting chaos in your environment. Be with yourself. Do not suck other people into your storm. Recalibrate and let it settle. So I speak from experience. Like I've noticed this, like with some people close to me. Do not allow yourself to be sucked into their chaos. What's theirs is theirs. What's yours is yours. Connect with nature. Rest. Observe your thought processing, because as we receive these light codes, the shift in energy, it's going to change how you process. It's going to change how you perceive. Surrender to that. My little download. How you feeling, Mr. B?
I'm feeling pretty good. I feel a little tired, honestly. But yeah, I've been experiencing that where some deep emotions and stuff that I know was buried is definitely coming to the light now to be dealt with. And so that 777 portal, like that's what it's about, because when we clear that out, that's when we're able to bring in and manifest the abundance. So it's just a catalyst,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking about that code that you said, the 117311.
Mhm.
Like 11 is the number of action, and it's also like a pillar. And I'm just imagining like 11 and then 73 in the middle. Seven is the divine number. Seven chakras, seven lakes. We know seven is that number. And then you've got three, which represents the Trinity, right?
Mhm.
When the masculine and feminine combine, you have the third. So I feel like those two, 1 on the side, are like pillars, and it's almost like a protection for what you are about to birth in this realm, using your divine gifts that you are being embedded with.
Wow, that's powerful. I received that. I received that. And I know, you have some connection with the numbers, and, you understand them in a way different than I do. And my life path is also 7.
And oh wow. Yeah. So then here's another thing. If you were to add it up all together, you've got 7 and 3 makes 10. And then 4 is 14. 4 plus 1 is 5. And 5 is the number of change. 5 is when stuff like you went from the 4, from stability to now going through something else. And it's usually like sort of it's a difficult change, an uncomfortable change.
Yeah.
But
Oh, you caught me. I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. Hi,
yeah.
Angelina.
Angelina,
Hello, hello. And hi,
oh, I'm so
Brandon.
happy to see you here.
Yes. Yes, thank you for joining us. So we are live streaming on Facebook on Metaphysical Ash, and we are talking a bit about that 777 portal, what we've been receiving. How is everyone feeling? I shared a little bit about my Wednesday evening, the downloads that I was getting, the numbers I was getting, not just that, but like symbolism and frequency. So it came to me with a ton of light, and then my subconscious was viewing this as other ET beings that are here to help humanity shift how it's navigating, ascension. So the interconnectedness of all things. I got something on the side of my screen. I'm just gonna, yeah. So I wanted to just pop on and like talk a little bit about that. This gateway, this portal is giving us each the opportunity to really clean up our field. And it's so important that we take responsibility and accountability, as challenging as that is, as hard as that is. Sometimes when you take a look at your reality, what you've created, what you're experiencing, what is happening to you or for you based on how you're perceiving it, you have to own it. That is the only way out is to own exactly what's happening and to really claim and command your reality. And this portal has given us a lot of some call, light codes, new light codes. And that is the energetic instruction sets that are going to shift how we think, what we do, and who we are as a collective. So this is really exciting. What's happening right now is a very it's a big deal.
Yeah, these
And I've
are
been waiting for it.
very important times here.
Yeah.
Very important times. But just to speak to what you were just saying, like we kind of chose this path. And so one of the biggest lessons that I've learned doing this work is perception. You may feel like you're repeating a certain pattern, but if you are looking at it from a different lens, then you're not repeating the same thing. Like now you have the ability to change because now and awareness is everything. Yeah.
That's some deep wisdom right there, because how many of us have made full circle around and observed, man, I think this is familiar. this is familiar, but when you can look at it through a different lens, you can shift the entire structure.
Now
I
you
love
can
that.
actually, yeah, you can actually do the work now. Okay, I see this is happening. It feels like a pattern. You can actually acknowledge that it's a pattern and then do some work to kind of break out of it, whatever you need, meditation, writing in the journal, connecting with nature, taking baths, spiritual baths, all of
Yeah.
that helps.
And this is all like really amazing information that we share on the Align Your Divine Women's group. We have a lot of resources and tools that we share. And next week, we even have something coming up. It's like a whole ritual workshop on how to employ forgiveness and forgetfulness, because that is a real thing. You
Yeah,
can teach your body to, to release, to completely release that imprint of trauma, which sometimes it's not even ours, it's been passed down, and then, you know,
yeah, yeah,
we experience it and express it outwardly. These are just like signatures within our holographic field that manifest as experience, but we can break that, and we do a lot of that work in the Align Your Divine Women's group, and you can find us on Facebook. And more to come. We'll be doing more live streams on Metaphysical Ash so that everyone can join, male, female, however you identify, you're welcome here.
yeah. Yeah, we definitely want to open this knowledge up to everyone,
Mhm.
because I think everyone can definitely benefit from this information. Yeah. I mean, this has been like, I have been at the most peace now than I ever been my whole life. And not that my life has
Yeah,
been
I
so
wanted to ask you, like,
easier.
can you dive deeper into that? Because it's like it's not like what's happening external, it's what's happening internal.
Right. Exactly. And it was after doing the work with you, that I was really able to find that balance and be more at peace with life and what is happening around me, and to be able to navigate through it, and now like things will happen, and I'm not totally losing my shit anymore,
Yeah.
like the way I used to. It's like I would lose control, I would lose myself, and now it's like, come back, we're here, I'm here, I'm safe, we're safe, I have shelter, I'm protected, I'm blessed, it's all good.
And you're the observer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another one. Yeah, that's another big one.
Huge.
Observe, don't absorb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is where we can all free ourselves from internal pain and struggle by getting to that point of observer. So you're going to observe your personality, observe your human, observe this beautiful character that you get to play, and have a little fun with it. Like, oh, I see Ash over there, repeating her pattern of nonsense back on her bullshit. Hold on a
Yeah.
minute. Let's pause, reflect, and redirect. I've been using that. I told it was Kath, I told her about, she goes, that's the purr technique. I said,
Yes.
oh,
Oh, I'm glad
you just named my technique, the purr technique.
Yes.
Pause, reflect, and redirect. Mine should be our tool. What are you telling yourself about the experience, about the happening, about what is actually going on? And today, when I went on Instagram before, and before we got on there, and I said I was going to live stream this, and I shared the Zoom, because typically this is Align Your Divine Women's group, and I just felt so inspired and so courageous to
Yeah.
get out and to share what I was receiving cosmically, because that's us. That's another aspect of who we are. Like there's an interconnectedness between all things. And I think a lot of people are going to start waking up to that. And I don't want them to be as uncomfortable as I was, because I know there's others who are, quote unquote, star-seated, or they have a certain type of structure where they're going to connect, and they're going to be the ones that help create unity through the cosmos, because we're moving pretty fast. Once humanity hits a certain collective momentum, we're expanding, and that's going to happen in our lifetime. It's already underway, and
Yeah.
I'm part of that ground crew. to connect us with the cosmos. And just as we have the bullshit here, the dramatics, the extremist,
Mm-hmm.
they got the same thing. So we're not so different. It's all
It's a
intelligence.
reflection.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I see people channeling these beings, and it's like, don't channel, connect, because that's, it's another extension of you, but you don't want to give too much of your
Vessel.
vessel away. Like, this is your piece of the puzzle, like, own it. Like, the human being is just as powerful, if not what some would even say more powerful, because we're working with density. And this body, this density creates waves through the cosmos. That's the download I was getting this week, was that our molecular and cellular structure is shifting. So we have new instruction sets and ways that we're connecting with reality and how reality forms. Get your foundation right. So the spiritual work we do on ourselves, where you're sitting outside in a tree, you're not grinding, you're not trying to, make tens of thousands of dollars. We had this conversation. The world wants to tell you that's what you want, but that is not what you need. Take that time to get your foundation right, to get your mind, organized, where you can control your thoughts, to get your nervous system regulated so you can handle any situation just like you can. What
That's
used
right.
to burn you out and puts you off your center, it doesn't anymore. This is foundation. And then next thing you know, as these grids change and shift, which they are, this is a new harmonic universe. When we're solid within, we're going to manifest faster. Things
Yeah.
are going to shift faster because we've put that work in to build that like solid spiritual foundation. And it is from that all matter organizes. And that's what we're working with, new instruction sets. So those on the journey, as challenging as it can be, do not compare, go inward. Where are you? Don't look at where other people are. Focus on your inner world, that foundation.
Yeah. You're your biggest competitor.
Yeah.
Whoever you were yesterday is who you should be looking at. Nobody else. Every step we take is a step forward towards our goal or a step backwards.
Beautiful. Thank you for adding that. I feel like sometimes I go off on a tangent. I'm like, is this making sense?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Okay. Okay.
It does.
Okay, good. Should we pull, so in Align Your Divine Women's Group, which is our Sunday events that we are now live streaming on Metaphysical Ash, we have, on occasion, we do different events every Sunday. This Sunday, we decided to do a live reading party. So we use Oracle or cards to pull collective energy reads for the group. And let me just tell you something about these cards. So cards are symbolism, helping you understand where you are. They will help you move beyond your personality program and filters. Not everyone needs them, not everyone resonates with them, but they are an amazing tool when you are working towards overcoming self and reprogramming yourself and healing things, because we don't see things exactly as they are. We see it as we are. And sometimes we have a dirty lens.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
cards help.
They definitely do. It's like they open different doors to the subconscious through the symbolism and the images that appear. And once the doors open, then that gives you that new lens of perception to be able to look at something with.
Yeah. So
Putting
we're
the
gonna
power-
pull. What'd you say?
I was gonna say putting the power back in your hands.
Literally.
Yeah.
So we'll pull quick energetic read for the Align Your Divine group and anyone else who may be watching. If you come across this message, it is for you.
Yeah.
That's how resonance works. So wherever you are, however you are, whatever you may be experiencing as you look around your structure of reality, if it wasn't a match, it couldn't be and it wouldn't be.
That's right.
Well, I have an interesting message. So the first card, and this is, I'm just gonna put this together as, I feel like this is for someone particular. This is not more, this is less collective and more individual who may see this now or later. It has to do with your voice, sexuality, and moving up and out of trauma. So this could be someone who has experienced shame, guilt, or fear in regards to sexuality. I'm going to suggest mirror work, where you take that time to look in your own eyes, to express exactly how you feel, what you feel, and to use your own spoken word to lift you out of any dip or low that you may be in regards to the topic of sexuality. This is life force energy, and there is so much warfare against humanity in that aspect. And it is so important that we really honor our truth and not the values of the world around you, your truth. So connect with that. That's something that's coming through for someone specifically.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot of heavy energy around like the ability to create and manifest. Like it feels like people are feeling like frustrated with that process and almost like feeling like something is being taken away from you, and things are just, they're happening fast but slow at the same time.
Mhm.
If you know what I mean with that, it's like in your mind and things around you are happening fast, but what you want to happen is not happening fast enough. And then I've got, this is also concerning I feel relationship and family, and it feels like families maybe want to come together and get together, but people are finding it hard to do that. And just to what you said before that reading, I know it was for someone specific, but I do feel like maybe more than one person, is going to resonate with that, because it's like it's the ending of an old way and the beginning of a new. It's like complete, like people are just are getting like just totally fed up with where they are, and feeling like I can't get out of this, I can't break out. And so something is happening with the like you said, the codes, and I want to say divine masculine and feminine coming together. Like people are just realizing now that you are your own savior, and being reminded of that, finding that balance within self, as opposed to looking next to you or looking for someone else, or expecting a family member, or someone that you believe should help you or be there for you in a certain type of way. We have to let go of expectations.
That's powerful.
Yeah, but I feel like it's definitely happening. People are learning that and going more within, but there is like a big deal with this sexual energy, and that I think that has a lot to do with the codes that you were receiving. It's like that dynamic of that energy is changing. It's where people will acknowledge and recognize the feminine in the way that she's supposed to be. And yeah, so times are changing, things are going to get better, but we do have to go through these periods of darkness in order to really appreciate the light.
Can expand on that because as you were pulling, this is the initiation card, and this is exactly that. So, the codes, we talk about that, angles, right? Those angel numbers, those angle numbers, like the synchronicities that you see have to do with where you've positioned yourself and what's going on within you, like structurally, like DNA, what you're creating for yourself. Deeper into that, the codes we feed into the collective. So, and it's all, we say code, but it's also waveform. So waveform, every single chakra creates a certain harmonic waveform. And then you have a sound. That's your sound, creates your reality, but you also contribute to the larger structure of the whole. What you're tapping into is a lot of stuff that's being cleaned up from the planet that has been siphoned out of our sacral chakra. So the abuse on sexual energy, the
that's
abuse and the
abuse and
patriarchal dominance. Yeah,
that's definitely what it is. That's what I was getting at, but I didn't have the word at that time. But it's the sexual energy that's being it's being, people are gonna learn. We can't be playing around with that. It's serious stuff. Stuff. That's the magic portal manifestation creation.
We're gonna learn somehow.
Yeah.
It is really powerful. Like it, and sexual, and it's not even just sharing yourself with someone. It's your field, like spending time in the company of another who is complete chaos. Like sexual energy is life force energy. So we have to discern where we put ourselves, like, and by put ourselves, I mean, position yourself in space and time, conversations you have, the people you engage with, the locations you go to. It's so intense.
The music, the movies.
Yeah.
Nowadays, like I showed you, I live in New York City and I take the subway and they've got all these ads.
Yeah, they're creepy.
Tinder, and they're so sexual. And the images are just really disturbing. Like one of them looked like it had a human being and then an AI, and they found love. And it's like, what do you advertise? Like you've got to really be and it's tough to be in that position, because as we were talking about earlier, participation is consent.
Yeah, but when you're aware of it,
so it's like I've got to remind myself of that.
Yeah.
But those are the energies that are around and kind of serve to do that exact what it's doing, disturb the process and disturb the peace.
Yeah, the work we do here is not easy. Like the human experience is not easy, and the earth is a hodgepodge of all these extraterrestrial players. Like not everyone here is human, but there's something very special about the human, and it's the DNA. It's what we are capable of doing and the waves we're able to make through the cosmos. And that is why you are so special. And there's all this attempt to get your life force, to take your attention. There's a cost for every thought you think.
That's right.
Your attention. Your attention is the most valuable commodity that humanity has. It's worth more than gold. Your attention. So every thought, every thought you think has a cost, and that direction of your attention. And that is why there's so much around us that wants to take you away from you. Get into nature, sit in stillness. What is my truth? And it is through that stillness that you're going to connect to the essence of truth within yourself, the divine, the source within, which is going to communicate to you your truth, your contribution to the whole, which creates harmony. But there's this battle, there's that life-giving, and then there's something else. And I call it black hole technology. And you know what comes out of a black hole? Energy. So eventually, I mean, I think eventually we will collapse upon ourselves. But for now, let's play this game the best we can. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's do the best we can. I mean, um, harness your life force so you can be a star, or you can spread yourself out and defragment and become dust. It's like that. But that participation is the consent. So where we allow those parts of us to go. So the concerns about the future or the past, guess what? You're defragmented. You got to be here now. That's where full, and so many of us are on this planet reclaiming our fragments from this specific construct. That's what we're doing. We're reclaiming the pieces of ourselves.
Yeah.
Some, and some are defragmenting even further. So
Yeah.
see
We do
how
the
that
best we
goes.
can. Call back
Yeah.
all the power.
Yeah, get grounded. So this
Get
card here, as you were talking about like that sexual energy, when I say get grounded, I mean like you got to feel your body. Like you got to know your front, your back, your side to side. I know when you're navigating that subway and you're in New York, you got a 360-degree awareness of your body.
Mm-hmm.
You know your field. You know, you're not letting anything connect or latch on or get into you.
Yeah.
And that's our sovereignty. That's where we really can take back control of our reality, and patience with where you are, because we have the strongest souls incarnate into the most challenging family lines to reclaim those light aspects from all these different places in time and space. And that's our multidimensionality. Be patient with where you are. This is the work.
Be patient with yourself and be nice to yourself. Treat yourself like you would treat your child, firm but kind.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got to live with our own selves every day, and everybody else and the world around us can do a pretty good job at making us feel bad, but if we can make ourselves feel good, then we need to do it. We need to be our own cheerleader.
I feel like I've just begin to get that just now is making sense. It's like once I cleared out enough, like a good percentage of the trash of all the stuff that I was told when I was younger, of everything, I was told by the media I watched and about value as a woman. Once you get enough of that cleaned out, then, you're on that. You can be your greatest cheerleader. If you're in that cleanup process, keep going, because it gets better, it gets easier, and it gets fun. Once you start to, support yourself, just clean out that trash. Like, you choose your thoughts.
Yep. Nurture yourself, nourish yourself.
Oh yeah, talk about that, like the body, the food we eat.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was a big part of my growth in this process too. Like I started to learn how to just nurture myself and give myself what I need without feeling guilty. Like I used to suffer a lot from pain. I was told I had arthritis and fibromyalgia, and it was like I just couldn't be in my body. I was always so uncomfortable. But after embarking on this journey, I learned that diet is everything, and I started to just invest my money in better quality food, and I was getting massages every other weekend. And I didn't care what anybody said or thought, oh, you bougie, you get it, you must got money or what. I don't care. Like, I need to do this for me. This feels good. And, it became part of my routine. And I mean, I feel so much better now, than I have been. And I'm older now, so it's working. It's working.
Work with a lot of people that have fibromyalgia. And the sound, the sound therapy, and when they because do a lot with the light through meditation. That's my gift, to help people clear stuff out.
Yeah,
that helps with that, because a lot of times fibromyalgia, they can't figure it out. Like,
no,
what
yeah,
is it? It's just
it's brought on by stress or depression. So it's basically like a disease of the mind manifest in the body.
Yeah.
Yoga is another big part of it. Yeah, go on YouTube and pull up yoga videos and just do yoga. Yeah.
we're
Take power back.
we're doing it. Like, I mean, I'm really proud. Dinah has a comment over here. She says, nutrition is everything. Food is the medicine. Yeah, it is
Okay.
our medicine. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And the
Mhm.
food we eat, we have to be really careful with that too, because I don't watch TV that often. I've recently been watching TV, like with a friend of mine.
Mm.
Every other commercial, pharmaceuticals or fast food.
Or fast food, yep.
I can't believe it. I'm like, what?
It's horrible.
Like, what the heck? And there's growing up, like all my grandparents would do, like my Nana was in front of that TV all the time. I mean, she was watching like Texas Ranger and, Price is Right, whatever that's, but she's still seeing that. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's her programming. And then I see her as an old woman. She's got 10 bottles of
Patient.
medicine. I got to take this in the morning, this in the afternoon, this over here. Oh, this one here. Because I take that, I can't eat greens.
Wow.
Where does that belief come from? Her program. So years of sitting in front of that TV, television, telling lies to her vision, as Ralph Smart would say. I love that, man.
Yeah.
Dropping his knowledge, like telling lies to her vision. So there it is. Like the programming comes in here, even in the heart. You go to a concert, if that music is not tuned right, it's going to push you off your pedestal.
Yep.
You're going to lose your connection to what you are, to your truth. I pulled a final few cards before we end.
Okay.
I got the Council of Light. So that is just confirmation, affirmation that we are not alone. And when we first started our conversation, I shared a little bit about what I was receiving this week with the 777 portal, the cosmic consciousness. There's a lot more going on here than we realize. Earth is not all human. There are all types of beings that have come here because of the resources, because of the connection, because of the human DNA. So we are not all human either. We're seeded from the cosmos, birthed from the earth. And it is this beautiful marble that helps us make waves through the cosmos because of the density, because of this human experiment. And there's a lot of players in this game. And I'm looking at people, I'm looking at some of these humans that walk around, and I'm looking at them, I'm like, you are such a hybrid. I can see it. I can see their angles. I call them angles of consciousness. The light that comes in and activates the DNA, because within our DNA, most of us have so much potential, but that keeps getting messed with and manipulated and defragmented. So what that does is it then positions certain things within our holographic nature that siphons our life force, that source, that seed, that light. And then that's used in different ways in different places. But there's a lot of players in this game who want what you have. And it is the source within. And they get in and they steal it through the food, through the music, through your vision, even through the people closest to you. I feel like that was kind of deep and esoteric.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. And that's coming out. So everything that was, secret, sacred knowledge, you're going to know it real soon. Just keep following the path.
Yep. Go within, take time for yourself. Be firm in your boundaries, lay down the foundation and make a plan. Definitely have to stay strong, because know that life works in cycles. Nothing stays the same. So whatever chaos may be happening right now, it's not going to last forever. And you will see the light and it will come back. You just have to stay strong and stay firm, and don't sway on, what you believe in.
As crazy as you might seem sometimes or feel.
What's that?
I said, as crazy as you might seem or feel, because that's what I went through.
Yeah.
And I was feeling real courageous today. I was like, I'm going to talk about this because it's time. It's time. And it's We are not alone. We haven't been alone.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. Yeah. It's
Thank you.
important to share that stuff. I appreciate it so much. You
Yeah.
know, helps me to understand more of what is happening around me.
I've been on this path for a while, and I've had so many opportunities to like go this way or go that way or adjust to the structure and the trajectory of how, quote unquote, you should be, teaching spirituality or behaving. And it's been a challenge to disregard that and to keep, because I can see, sometimes the path that is that divine alignment is not leading my ego to what it wants.
Right.
And
Right.
that's, like,
Yeah.
but it's bigger than this little, it's bigger than this.
Yeah.
It's the whole, it's the all. And disclosure is a real thing. It's happening. And a lot of people are going to be shocked and uncomfortable as this information comes out. So my goal is to help people get as comfortable and balanced as possible inside, so that when that does come, it doesn't shock their system like it did me. And
Yeah.
whether it's, cosmic, galactic, the awakening itself is extremely uncomfortable if you don't have the tools to regulate and to clear the energy.
That's
So,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. You were, so helpful for me in that process, and I use those tools almost every day. Yeah. Lifesavers.
Now we have the PER technique, as Catholic call it.
Sure.
Pause,
Pause,
reflect, and redirect. So that's when your thoughts start to get you.
Right.
Yeah. When you start to take yourself into that, oh man, I'm not worth anything. That's not even you thinking. That's something else. That's a frequency intelligence within the field attempting to siphon your life force. Like if you could see what it looks like on people's auric field, it's like cloudy. And sometimes it's not even just cloudy. Sometimes it's actually like inside and it's embedded within their meridians.
I could imagine. I know I've seen like some images you've had that show the different distortions in the auric field.
Yeah.
And how they may appear. It's interesting.
So this is where we're headed with expanded consciousness. And this is where those higher, call them higher, they just are farther along on evolution, can help humanity understand this game of frequencies.
Yeah.
And we are so special. Like the human is so special. This DNA, this body, this is so special. I just love to be.
I'm so special. I'm so special, so special,
Yeah.
so special.
Yeah, like every single one, like everyone watching this, like if you ever question your value, oh gosh, you are a commodity.
That's right.
Yeah.
You are everything.
Yeah.
You are the resource.
All of it. All of it.
Yeah.
Do we have anything we want to add? Oh, before we close down, so we live stream this on Metaphysical Ash. Mystic Ivy and I host Align Your Divine, which is a women's group every Sunday. And throughout the week, we host different events, workshops, rituals, and we'd love to have you join us. So you can find Align Your Divine on Facebook. Usually that's where we'll be on Sundays, and then different events throughout the week. And I'm sure you'll see more of us on Metaphysical Ash as well, as we create, more offers to add value to the community. And for me, make sure you join my family, metaphysicalash.com. You're going to want to sign up on that email list, because this was sporadic to do this live. And I sent an email out about 30 minutes before. So just be like that.
This was good.
Yeah.
So every Sunday, and we do have a lot of events coming up, and
we have a lot of events.
Next month we'll probably have even more. Yeah.
All kinds of good stuff.
All good stuff.
Where can they find you? You're on Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Mystic Ivy 333, MYSTIQ IVY 333. And on Facebook, it's Ivy Feliz, IVYFELIZ.
And you can find our women's group on Align Your Divine. Just type that in. You'll see our little flyer and join us in there. All
Yeah.
right, family. Thank you for joining us today for this conscious conversation, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Yes, good night.